Hi artists, this is Miss Blackwell again. What you're looking at are some of my favorite Halloween ghouls and goblins. Some of them are kind of cutesy, like these, so I kind of make mine scarier. I try to anyway. Mummies, I like to draw mummies. I love to draw ghosts, and one of my favorite pictures that I draw for Halloween is a little tombstone with a ghost coming out behind it, actually, kind of like that. This little guy reminds me of trick-or-treating years ago. But what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you how to draw the project we're doing, which is 3 pumpkins stacked up on each other, and we're going to have 3 different faces. I'm going to show you how to draw some pumpkins. As a matter of fact, that's the first thing I'm going to show you how to do, is just a regular pumpkin. I'll show you on this white paper. When I do a pumpkin, I think of it as a C, and then I like to do a backward C. I leave a little space there. Now I'm drawing with a black marker because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing pretty good. It's a little thin marker. Now once I get this first shape, I'm going to do the stem. I'm going to come up in a little curved line and kind of do a zigzag across. And then I put a little zigzag here too. Okay. Now, pumpkins have lines on them, and I'm not going to do it with this marker because we have to put a face on it since we're doing a jack-o'-lantern, not just a regular pumpkin. But all of my lines come from the stem because that's what makes the lines on the pumpkin when it's growing. Now, we don't want a bunch of lines on here. I put maybe, let's see, here's 1 going this way. And then I'm going to do 2 curving this way. Now, there's our pumpkin. Now, since we're making a jack-o'-lantern, we're going to have to decide what kind of a face we want. And there's all kinds of choices. I'm going to go back to my markers so they show up better. Okay, we have the traditional face. Triangles. An upside down triangle for a nose. And then our mouth, there are these chunky square teeth. Remember, a jack-o'-lantern is cut out, usually using a knife. So that's why we have such chunky looking cuts. Imagine that that is cut out of the pumpkin. Okay, so that's just a traditional. I love to make monster eyes, so they're going to be slanted like this. And then we did this on our vampire I showed on YouTube. This is going to look like a U, like you're making a U, only it goes out to the end. Same thing over here. They won't be perfect. Now you can either put a pointy V, or you can mirror that line right there. It's up to you. Upside down triangle again. And I'm going to make this pumpkin have some fangs. He is going to be a scary pumpkin. This one's kind of goofy. He's laughing. This one's kind of scary. Okay. Another one you can do an upside down U. 2 of them. We can come in here and again, we can do a pointy V-like shape, upside down V, or mirror that again, upside down triangle. And I think I'll make this guy scared. So, a couple of options there. These are just 3. You could make your own up. All kinds of ways that you could do that. Okay, so let's decide. What are we going to do? Well, now we're ready to move on to our project paper. So you'll either get an orange or a yellow project paper. And you can use your pencil. We're going to start down here. We're going to put our first pumpkin. It's kind of like building a snowman. Here's our C. Here's our backwards C. Our stem. Now our other pumpkin is going to sit right on top of this one. He can be tall and skinny if you want. Do the same thing. Okay, and then the one on top doesn't have to be smaller, it can be the exact same size. I didn't leave my opening, but we can go in there since I'm using a pencil and erase. Now, let's put our lines. And you can switch it up, 2 on this side, 1 on this side if you want. It's personal preference, up to you. All right, is that hard to see? Oh, I hope you can see that. Now, I'm using crayons. And by now you realize that I love to use the same color, but different values. So I have 3 different oranges, red orange, yellow orange, and orange. And then I have a nice dark yellow. This one's called dandelion. I have my black, which I'm going to use last, because black it'll smear. I have a dark green. This one is called asparagus. And then I just grabbed a couple of browns. I think they're probably about the same. All right, so this is what I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to take my lightest orange and I'm going to start just lightly coloring in. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of yellow so that can be our, it can be shiny there where the yellow is. Now this is an orange, yellow orange. Notice I'm just going where the lines are and kind of going quick. You know, once again, crayons they can be so pretty if you just mix them up. Give them, experiment. Use more than one color. All right, so now I'm going to go to the darker one. It's not that much darker. You can't even tell the difference probably on the screen, but then I'm going to go to this red orange and put a little bit of this in here. A lot darker at the bottom. Now remember, we've got to put a face on this. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to get a brown and do my stem. Now I'm ready for the black. Black last because it smears. If I were to color over this with that orange would make that smear. So here we go. And before I put those lines on, I'm going to go ahead and decide what kind of face I'm going to do. I think I'll put my silly face down here. Uh-oh. Well, he has a crack in his tooth. He needs to go to the pumpkin dentist. All right, we're going to color that in. And then our lines, just pretend they go behind what face you've cut out. All right, and then we can take this brown and maybe put a, oh goodness, I'm so strong. We're gonna put this little vine, okay? And then I'm gonna move to my next one. And presto, look, it's magic. There it is. Now, when I'm done with this, I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to take my other piece of paper, and I'm going to glue my pumpkins to this, and then if you have time, I'm going to show you how to do a ghost very quickly. Now, while I'm doing this, I want to remind you that when you're looking at my Google Classroom, I want you to click on stuff, find those links, check them out. Lots of good stuff on there. And also, don't forget about the YouTube videos, because sometimes I just draw the picture for you and then I color it on YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna glue this down right there. And my glue rule, for those of you that have already had me, you should know it by heart. Just a dot, not a lot. So all I need to do is put dots around the edge. Little dots will do it. And I'm going to leave a little room for my name down there. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to use this small paper, this small white paper, and I am going to draw a ghost. I think I will use a purple crayon. So I'm going to start up here, kind of like a Hershey's Kiss almost. I'm going to make his hands hang down, give him a little belly and a tail. I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Now, his face, make some long spooky eyes and a mouth. I think I'll color that in. Now, if you want to use red for this, or even a highlighter, a spooky green highlighter, or yellow. Okay, that's what I'm using. This is what I'm using, purple. To me, purple is a Halloween color too. Monster purple, we'll call it. All right, so when I get my ghost cut out, he can, now this is optional actually. I'm gonna leave the ghost up to you. If you want a ghost, you need to think about how he's gonna look sticking off your paper, because I'm gonna make him look like he's coming out from behind these pumpkins and flying off the paper. And of course, you're gonna have more time to cut yours out than I do, so I'm kind of rushing. All right, so I can make my ghost. I can stick him right behind here, or like this. I think I'll do that right there. Okay, take a white, either a crayon or if you have a coloring pencil, that would work too. I think I have a coloring pencil right here. I'm going to put my name down here. Now, some of you have been putting your name in weird places on your paper. This is where artists sign their names. So y'all remember that, okay? All right, so here we have it. Now, you do need to glue him down a little bit. A couple of dots will do it. And there you go. That's our project. Hope you enjoy it.